Hello everyone, let's solve another quick quiz today. In this quiz, we will have to solve 15 questions. Ready? Let's start now. Where did Sherlock Holmes keep his tobacco? Number 1, in his coat pocket. Number 2, in a Turkish slipper. Number 3, in a test tube. The answer is in a Turkish slipper. The inflammation of which organ results in nephritis? The options are number 1, kidneys, number 2, lungs, number 3, liver. The answer is kidneys. Which country did Hercule Poirot, the great fictional detective, come from? The options are number 1, France, number 2, Belgium, number 3, the Netherlands. Subscribe. The answer is France. Sushmita Sen was the first Indian to win this title. Name it. The options are number 1, Miss World, number 2, Miss Universe, number 3, Miss Earth. The answer is Miss Universe. In which year did the American War of Independence take place? The options are number 1, 1779, number 2, 1789, number 3, 1775. The answer is 1775. Saudi Arabia is an example of a. The options are number 1, democracy, number 2, monarchy, number 3, theocracy. The answer is monarchy. What were the two opposed powers involved in World War II called? The options are number 1, Allies and Axis, number 2, Axis and Axolotls, number 3, Allies and Reds. The answer is Allies and Axis. how was the lost ancient Roman city of Pompeii destroyed? The options are number 1 by an earthquake, number 2 by a tornado, number 3 by a volcanic eruption. Like. The answer is by a volcanic eruption. Which of these is an annelid? The options are number 1 earthworm, number 2 asp, number 3 slug. The answer is earthworm. Who starred as Princess Padme Amidala in the Star Wars series? The options are number 1 Nicole Kidman, number 2 Carrie Fisher, number 3 Natalie Portman. The answer is Natalie Portman. What is the capital of the new state of Telangana? The options are number 1 Guntur, number 2 Visakhapatnam, number 3 Hyderabad. Subscribe. The answer is Hyderabad. Which famous Italian painter painted the picture called The Last Supper? The options are number 1 Michelangelo, number 2 Botticelli, number 3 Leonardo da Vinci. The answer is Leonardo da Vinci. The deficiency of this vitamin causes an eye disease called xerophthalmia. Name it. The options are number 1 vitamin A, number 2 vitamin K, number 3 vitamin C. Subscribe. The answer is vitamin A. Name the protein in our blood that carries oxygen. The options are number 1 hemoglobin, number 2 keratin, number 3 collagen. The answer is hemoglobin. The Kimi Gayo is the shortest national anthem in the world. To which country does it belong? The options are number 1 Israel, number 2 Japan, Number 3. Taiwan. The answer is Japan. Hey! If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe and click on the bell icon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.